Welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. It's Monday. It's meant to be beautiful out, so get on out there, soak up that sunshine. It's Juneteenth, and we had the opportunity to speak to an amazing author that did a children's book all about Juneteenth, so check that out with us later on. In the next hour, I am so stoked. So many things happening. Yes, summer right around the corner. This Wednesday, the summer solstice at Chasing Rabbits, you can go and check out a summer solstice party with flower crowns as well as a white party. They want you to wear white if you have white, and it's going to be so much fun. As well as Tuesday, starting this Tuesday, yes, you know what I'm going to talk about. It is the free concerts. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see everyone there. Gerald Ford Amphitheater, the free concerts on Tuesday nights. It's going to be a blast. We have so much in store for you. We're stoked. It's Monday, start of a brand new week. So Good Morning Vail starts right now.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandsski.com/CO.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you" on 92? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are so excited about our new collaboration with the Covered Bridge magazine. We have a new segment for you. Check it out.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. This is Kim Fuller, co-founder of Jot Media Collective and editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the other co-founder of Jot Media Collective and the director of partnerships over at Covered Bridge magazine as well. And today we have the pleasure of sitting down with Sandy Ferguson Fuller of Alp Arts Press.
Yeah,
Welcome,
Alp
Sandy.
Arts Press.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a new addition to your company, Alp Arts Press.
That's right.
Tell us about your experience in publishing. You've been a writer with all of our magazines, but Covered Bridge in every single issue, as well as an illustrator. So, but far before that, you even went to school for publishing and specifically children's book publishing, and you do a lot of book reviews for us. So tell us a little bit about that history in your career.
I'm dating myself here. I hate to go that far back, but it's been 50 plus years, and I was very lucky to study in college with Maurice Sendak. And he was the author-illustrator of many classic children's books, but Where the Wild Things Are is probably the most famous for everybody. And he got about 10 of us were totally turned on to the art and craft and genre of picture book publishing, and that's what started the whole thing.
So one of your most recent projects we're featuring in this issue, so the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge magazine, and it's a series. And so let's see if we can see them. We'll have you hold them up, but maybe walk us through the Blues series, right?
The Blues are an intrepid group of 5 little anthropomorphic bluebirds, each of whom has a personality, a character, their own hobbies, but their main passion in life is birding. And I was co-author on this book with Carol Melner, who's a famous birder out in California, works with the Cornell Lab and also Audubon. And we were very fortunate to partner up with Louise Schroeder, who was in Colorado when she did these books, but is now in Austin, Texas. And the 5 little bluebirds go on. The first book is they actually go across America. In the second book, they follow the path of Roger Tory Peterson around the perimeter of North America, all the way from Canada around up through to Alaska. And on the third book, they venture out globally, and they end up on top of Mount Everest and in a rainforest and all sorts of fun places. The point of the books being, other than having fun with these wonderful birds who all have personalities, is to teach kids, this is their clubhouse, is to teach kids more about birding. And so there's a lot of fact, really precise information in the books, all about the habits of birders. You usually have a little notebook that you keep, and there's usually some sort of a field guide reference, and we have those in there. And then Egbert, who's one of the blues, always has a birding tip for kids. So really, if you're an amateur beginning birder, these are for all ages because they teach you all about how to bird. And we go across, in this book, across the United States, and again, the blues always have little quips that add humor to the book, but there's a lot of really good information.
I mean, I haven't had a chance to look or read these books yet, but they absolutely look beautiful from sitting across from them. Now, I don't know if you've heard this, but during the time of COVID, birding has grown exponentially. Was that like part of the impetus, or did you just happen to hit it right at the right time?
Well, these have actually been out for a little while.
Okay.
We published these with Dawn Publications in California, and they are the publisher of the John Denver series that we did. And then we did several other nonfiction books with Dawn, and then the 3 of us actually sat down and brainstormed the concept for these. So the hardcovers are kind of hard to come by. I have them myself in my personal company store, but the paperbacks are still available through U.S. distribution, and they've just enjoyed a great audience. So we're hoping that with the surge, you're right, Bobby, the great surge in birding, and we're hoping that they're going to get sort of a new shot in the arm.
It's pretty amazing. You know, it's not only these books. Sandy has multiple books throughout the valley that don't just celebrate great stories. Some of them even support businesses here in the Valley. Like one of the ones I'm looking at right here is the Poop Ferry, and this wasn't necessarily support a business, but it did help promote some park cleanups that happened last summer. And then there was one, the Nifty Thrifty, that actually proceeds went to the thrifty shop here in the Valley.
That's right.
So besides, meeting you in the Valley and someone crossing paths with you, where could they possibly purchase a book in the Valley or directly from you?
They can always go directly to me, which is at my website at alparts.com. The Bookworm usually has all of my books. They come and go a little bit on their inventory, but they can always order books for anybody who's interested. And they're great supporters of everything that we've done. We've got a brand new one. I don't have the hardcover yet, but just got the paperback in the mail yesterday. It's the latest book is the Bunny Poets in the Library book. So this is going to be at the Bookworm as well.
Nice.
And we'd love to send people there, or you can always contact me.
Nice.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, well, you might recognize if you used to go to you went to the Bookworm when Sandy was there. She was there for over a decade, I think.
About 15 years.
15 years,
Yeah.
15 years, and all the while helping other authors and illustrators publish their own children's books through your company, Alp Arts, based in Westvale.
That's
So
right.
how has it been like to grow your company, from the ground up, really, the past, did you say 50 years you've been in this industry?
I hate to think of it.
And how has it changed? How has publishing changed?
Publishing has changed tremendously, and I think the main difference now is that it's very, very conceivable and viable to self-publish. 10 years ago even, that wasn't the case. But there are a lot of publishing platforms out there, print-on-demand companies, so that just about anybody who wants to get a book out can get a book out. If they realize that once they've got a book out, they still have to market it, sell it, warehouse it, do all the things that traditional publishers have always done. Traditional publishing is still very strong. It's a very, very competitive market in picture books. It really helps if you're a celebrity to get published. But it's all about the bottom line in traditional publishing. And so I'm glad that there's more opportunity for self-publishing that's affordable and doable.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, is it something you're doing? Are you still taking on clients, helping them produce books? Is there other ways people can interact with Alp Arts Press besides purchasing a book?
Yes, I'm still a literary agent. That's how I really started my career, along with the writing and illustrating back in the 80s. We started the agency. I still represent about 20 authors and illustrators. 80% are published, a couple are not. I'm not actively seeking a lot of new talent. I've been in this business a long time, and we're sort of going off in new directions with the publishing idea. But the door is always open to looking at books. And I also work very closely with a company out of the UK with editorial consultation. So I specialize in picture books almost exclusively. If you've got a YA novel, I'm not your girl. But I'm still open to all of that.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Great. Well, yeah, definitely pick up, if you can, find a copy of The Blues Go Birding at the Bookworm, or go straight to I don't know if it's at the Bookworm, so go straight to alparts.com and you can order these books. And also read all about them in Covered Bridge, this summer-fall issue, 2023. And it's been wonderful to have you on, Sandy. Our theme is journey for this next issue, and just to see the journeys that the birds go on. I mean, just from the cover, you can tell that it's a really, really fun series. I mean, they're wearing packs, going up Everest, they're in the ocean, they're rappelling down rock walls. Really, really fun characters there. So, thanks for bringing this to life and for joining us today and for writing and illustrating for us in Covered Bridge as well.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah, well, thanks everyone for watching Covered Bridge on TV8. We'll see you next time. Good Morning Vail.
Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you into Rugs Benedict to come explore our 12,000 square foot showroom. We've been serving the Vail Valley for over 50 years now with flooring needs, and we inventory a ton of product from Carpet One to provide the very best values, highest style. We just built a warehouse, 15,000 square foot warehouse in gypsum. So we have over 120 different broadloom carpets. We have a lot of waterproof wood flooring, things that we can install right away. We have employee installers, a lifetime installation warranty. Many of them have been with us for decades, and they're true craftsmen in their work. They're absolutely extraordinary at installing any of the flooring that we provide. We also have over 1,000 area rugs in stock right now, and they start at 2x3s. I could bring these into the studio today, but they go all the way up to 12x16s, and we have them hanging on the racks just like shopping for clothing. So it's very easy for you to just flip through, see what's available. We'll deliver them to your house so you can check out how they look in your space with your lighting. All different sizes, all different shapes, some things that are going to be a little bit more contemporary as well as tribal, traditional, all the latest and greatest looks. We have things that are hand knotted, silk, woolen silk options, all the way down to some machine made indoor outdoor type rugs. So really anything that you're looking for your business, for your home, for a rental, Rugs Benedict can provide it. And one thing I consistently hear when people leave our showroom is, that was so easy, thank you so much. So we make the process very easy. Come in, take a look, and we'd love to offer you a free estimate. Look forward to seeing you in our showroom.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We are so excited to have the amazing Kim join our team as one of the hosts here on Good Morning Vail. Liz had the opportunity to catch up with her and talk about everything about Kim here on Good Morning Vail starting tomorrow morning, so check it out.
Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, back to the show, everybody. I'm your host, Liz. It is a happy Friday. I have had more people to interview today, and I'm just super excited because we really are growing our TV8 family. Putting the word out has brought us so many great personalities and characters, and I think that we are all going to make the greatest team for your community. So I'm really excited right now to introduce Kimberly. Oh, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. It's a wonderful Friday morning. Excited to be here.
Well, you're a beautiful lady, and I'm really happy that you've joined our family. Kimberly is going to be one of our TV8 hosts. You're joining a really good cast of characters, so I'm really happy that you're part of the whole team. Now, I just learned that you moved here 36 hours ago.
It has been an intense 36 hours. Movers came yesterday. I slept on an air mattress the first night. It's been wonderful.
Wow, so you moved from Park City, where you were working with our fabulous Danielle over at the TV station there.
I did.
And then you sparked an interest to come here to Vail?
You know, Danielle and I have kept in touch, and she mentioned that Vail is growing, and I love mountain towns, so why not explore a new one?
Oh my God, I mean, this is the place to be. So I'm really happy to have you here. 36 hours, do you have any sort of television jet lag yet?
You know, I don't think so. It probably will hit like later this afternoon, but I've just been running on fumes and adrenaline and a little bit of water.
But that's good. As long as you get the water in, you're gold. But later on, you'll get that thing where you're sitting there and all of a sudden your eyes will go. like roll right back into your head, and then
I
you'll
hope
know.
not. I hope
Well,
not.
you found a place to live already?
I did. Lovely apartment. I've got a pool and a hot tub, which was like the number one criteria. to
Wow,
find
do
a
you
good
live where
spot.
I live?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, we might have to move in
Are we
together.
having
I have a pool and a hot tub now.
Are we having coffee later?
Yes, coffee. We're going to talk. I'm really, really excited for you to be here, though. So what did you do in Park City? Did you do what we do here?
I did. I was part of Mountain Connections in Park City.
Oh, okay.
Loved doing the show. Danielle has been wonderful to include me in that. We talked about a lot of local activities and things there, and I'm excited to learn more about the community here in Vail.
There is so much to learn here. We are constantly on the move. You work hard, you play hard, and we report hard. And we just have a great time doing it. There are so many great events. You're going to just be out and about and get ready to be busy and get ready to be excited. And the guests that we bring here on the show are all superb humans. They're all somebody that does something really great for the community, whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's to help somebody who's a local. We have food banks, we have things for the kids, we have the Vail Valley Cares Thrifty store. I know I'm throwing it all at you, but I just want you to get an idea of the really exciting things that are going to take place here on TV8. You get to get out, meet athletes, you get to talk to musicians, and of course we have our wonderful people here from the library, and it's just going to be a lot of fun for you. So do you feel like you're stepping into different shoes, or you feel like you're just going to make a really perfect transition?
I feel like I am very excited to be here. I might need a tour guide just to show me around Vail, to show me the ropes here, but I'm excited. I think the team that I've met so far seems wonderful, and I can't wait to just get to know everybody here at TV8 and also in the community.
Well, you're going to do a great job. I can tell already just by sitting with you. You have a great energy. And look at her smile. Oh, my God, it's beaming. So I'm really happy to have you here. So you'll need a tour of the area. I think that a couple of us here can definitely get you around and about and show you all the great things that go on. We have so many concerts coming outdoors in the summer, so we can take you out there to show you. What is your favorite genre, per se, to interview about?
Geez, I love athletics. Like, I'm a former dancer. I used to cheer professionally for a couple of sports teams.
You did?
I snowboard. I'm a beginner skier. So anything that's active, I love to talk about. I love meeting people who are driven and excited about life. And yeah, I'm just excited to be here in Vail.
Well, that's amazing. So you are all athlete, which is great. So now we have my polar opposite here, everybody. I'm really excited about that. I do have drive and ambition and excitement, but it ends in the head. So that's great. You've been doing all of that. You cheered professionally?
I did. I cheered for the NBA and the NFL, so a lot of fun.
What?
That
oh
was
my God.
Back in my younger years, but definitely a good time.
That sounds exciting, though. I mean, that's where you have a whole crowd looking at you and just excited about everything. Yeah. That's really cool. I cheerleaded in high school, broke my coccyx, moved on with my life.
Yeah,
so this is why I am not into that. But I'm really excited. That just shows that you have a lot of excitement and energy, because you have to have that to be a cheerleader.
You definitely do. And, you know, it is a constant elevated level of energy, and I'd like to continue that into my personal life with all the activities I like to do.
Well, great. And now I'm going to get personal.
Oh,
tell us a little bit about yourself, how you know, I know you were raised in obviously Park City, but tell us a little bit about yourself, what you love to do besides the sports.
Well, actually, I grew up on the East Coast, and I've just been making my way west
East
ever
Coast,
since.
me too. Where on the East Coast?
DC area.
Okay,
so,
okay.
Yeah, lots of fun. I did that. I kind of made a stop in Nashville. I made a stop in Los Angeles, and Park City was where I wanted to land, and I love the mountains, so Vail seemed like the next natural step for me.
Well, it sounds like it is the perfect step for you, and you sound like me. I moved around a bunch. I landed here 15 years ago, and I'm not going anywhere. They can't get rid of me. So that's great. And what are some of the fun hobbies that you like to do?
So I mentioned earlier, I dance, I snowboard, love yoga. I really want to get into martial arts. I found a studio around the corner, so I'm excited I'm excited to check that out. And really anything, you know, if there's something that people like to do that keep you busy, sign me up. I'm in.
Oh, there's so many things. Yep. But the cool thing about the martial arts places is right here, and then my chiropractor is right here. So if you ever need them, I'll let you know where to go.
Go take a class and get readjusted right after.
Yeah, you know, it's always good to stay in alignment. But that's really cool. And if you want to get into the dance, the Vail Valley Theater Company, we had Tierra here earlier. They have dance classes that are going to kick off back in September. You're going to become part of that, that would be a lot of fun.
So excited. I watched that interview, and
Oh,
when
you
I
did?
heard that, my ears perked up.
Oh,
so.
see? So there's going to be a lot of exciting things for you. And you also mentioned you're a beginner skier?
So I say beginner. I learned how to ski first, but then I switched to snowboarding in my
Okay.
teens and have been doing that ever since. So
Gotcha.
ready to get back into the dual sport, you know?
Yeah, it's got to be weird to go from on one level, your feet are together, and then all of a sudden you're in a different position and everything is changing.
Yeah.
So good luck. I'm sure if you're athletic, you're going to pick it up with no problem, and I'm sure you'll do really, really well. I'm really excited to have you as part of our TV8 family, and I know you had a great time with Danielle, and that was in a different area. Now you're here in Vail. You are going to absolutely love it. Is there anything that you want to ask me that you want to know about what it's like to work here?
Well, I would like to know, first of all, about the neighborhood. What should I absolutely do this weekend? My mom is here for her birthday, so I need to know where to take her. Do you have any recommendations?
I sure do. We're going to go to Nottingham Park with your mom, okay? They have so many great things. On Sunday, there's a concert called Sunset Live.
Awesome.
You get to bring her to that. It's live music. You get to sit on the grass. And you can rent paddle boards if your mom has not been on a paddle board or stand-up paddle board or those boats that you run. You're going to take her there. I'm very, very happy to have you here. Welcome to the TVA family, girl.
So happy to be
really,
here,
really
honestly.
happy to have you. It's Kimberly Perot, everybody, and we are super happy to have her with TVA family. We'll be back with more TVA right after this.
Good Morning Vail.
Hi, I'm Cece Zach. On today's episode of Good Day Vail, I am thrilled to have Kim Langmaid, who is the Town of Vail's mayor, amongst many other community roles that she has within the town. So this is an episode you can't miss because you will learn about how to get involved in the community from our mayor of Vail, Kim Langmaid.
I think it's really recognizing that we have this base community here that's committed to being here, loves the quality of life, makes many sacrifices in order to be here and have that quality of life. But we want to make sure that they have an ability to experience all the great things we're offering our guests. So we need to make sure we have great housing, much more local housing, good transportation that is affordable, easy to get to work, excellent childcare services, and right now we're just not meeting the mark on all of those. So I think collaborating regionally up and down the valley, it's happening. It's just taking a while to find the places and put the resources there that are needed. But we're getting there. We're making progress.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
Learn the latest in science each week and how it relates to everyday life. From space exploration to plant biology to the latest in high-tech advances. Every new scientific development is explored and explained in an understandable way. Amazing stories each week. Watch Science Now.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Vail Skin and Lashes, located in the heart of Avon, offers a full array of aesthetic and medical treatments and services. We feature only the highest quality products in an upscale medical-grade skincare boutique. Experience this luxurious, welcoming, and inviting environment. We are dedicated to providing expert personalized care, artistry, wellness, beauty. That's Vail Skin and Lashes Medical Spa.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good Morning Vail.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters. This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
As you know, it's Juneteenth, and we had the incredible opportunity to sit down with an author and the illustrators of this brilliant picture book. Liz got to talk to them and just learn all about this amazing day and what it entails, so let's take a look.
Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Liz. We have some very special guests on Zoom this morning. I want to welcome Van G. Garrett, Reginald Adams, and Samson Adenuba. What's up, you guys?
Hey, good morning, Maddie.
How did I do with your names? No butchering?
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, I want to explain why you guys are all here. You are all three extraordinarily talented men. We have the author, we have the illustrators here, and this is a picture book, and it's for kids who want to celebrate the joy and all of that great stuff, and it's the magic of Juneteenth, and it's about a young boy who comes to understand his place in Black history, basically as he experiences Juneteenth for the very first time. Now, Van, is this your story?
Well, it's inspired by my story. It has a lot to do with when I was a kid, being able to experience Juneteenth with my family, the pride that I saw, that I experienced. I literally still get goosebumps thinking about it to this day. So I wanted to transfer that energy, that joy into this book, into this project.
Well, I think it's going to be a really, really special experience, especially for the kids, because first of all, when I was a kid, if there was a picture, I was interested. If there was just words, forget about it. So the fact that there are illustrations really does bring the magic of the story to light for the kids. So that's amazing, Van, and I love that you bring to light something that comes from the real world, because there's always a really great way to connect with your audience or your readers when it has something to do with real life. Now, Reginald and Samson, you are both the artists. I know, Reginald, you're a mural artist, a sculptor, and you do a lot of other art installations, and same thing with you, Samson. Is that correct? You're both a key team member for the visual design in this book.
Yeah, right. So we started, Maddie, the connection here came through a mural that we painted in Galveston in the spring of 2021, where we were invited to basically bring the story of Juneteenth to life on a 5,000 square foot wall. And my company, I pride myself on building a great team of artists to help with that work. And Samson was one of those artists that was part of that mural, which is behind us. And that mural I think is what caught the attention of Van as he was thinking about the illustrations for the book. And as we can say, the rest is history. So I know I'm super excited about seeing this story come to life, knowing that young children for really generations to come will have an opportunity to learn about the rich history of Juneteenth through the Juneteenth book.
Well, Reginald, that's a great way to put it. And I can only say, looking behind you at just a portion of that mural, wow, you guys are talented. That is insane. The colors and the brilliance of it all. And just, I can even see the detail from a zoom into your room. How cool is that? But that's really amazing.
Yes.
And then Samson, what is your take on this entire thing? How do you feel about the experience being with these two guys and joining in on such a great collaboration?
For me, it's a great privilege to be part of this story. I mean, looking at it from the point of view of diaspora, then we used to peep through the TV, through the books we read, through the magazines and all that about the story and the struggle. But now coming into the contemporary time and actually being part of putting pictorial pictures to the great words put together by Van, it's a collaboration that actually extends the creativity, to the young generation through this book, and also continue the history of the joy of Juneteenth.
You all are very magical, and I like the way you express yourselves. It's really just great. That's what artists do, right? You can express yourself with such a great way for articulation and everything like that. Now, do you three get together, and when you got to start this book, do you all work together, or do you work separately and then just bring the book all together as one giant package?
I would like to say that, we had some early conversations, Van and I really kind of just picked his brain to really get a sense of the tone and the direction that he had in mind before we started any of the illustrations. But once he, gave that vision, it was really just a back and forth with Samson and I around every single page, every single image, every single character, so that we could make sure that we were rising to the occasion to meet the standard that Van had established in such a powerful children's story.
Well, I think you did. I'm just looking at the book. It's so intriguing. You just want to grab hold of it, which is really cool. Do you recommend this read for children all around the world?
I'll take. Go ahead, Samson. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would recommend it to all children all over the world, because Juneteenth celebration, stands for freedom, liberty, and also for me, I also think family and inspire creativity, which spread across all the children of the world. So I recommend it to the children of the world.
Well, I agree with you. I think everybody should embrace this, and not a lot of people might understand what Juneteenth is all about. So why not have a beautiful, creative medium to give everybody the education that they need and the respect and just the knowledge that everybody can have, so that everybody is on the same page, so to speak. You like that? But it's just a very, very exciting thing that you guys are doing. And where can we find this book, you guys?
Everywhere that books are sold.
Yay, that was a great answer. Van, you're awesome. You three are all really amazing guys. I love that you have collaborated on this. And what a wonderful way to get kids to just read, enjoy, embrace something. And Juneteenth is something very important for all of us to understand, get the knowledge, and what a fun way to do it. I can't thank you guys enough. Van, Reginald, and Samson, thanks for being here with me on the show, all about the great picture book. It's a magical experience. Juneteenth, everybody, in stores near you. Thanks again, gentlemen, for being here with me. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie. We appreciate it.
I'm not Maddie, but that's okay. I'm Liz. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye, you guys.
Goodbye.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, if you're making your way out to do any water activities, it's important that you have the right protection with you, and especially since our water levels are so high from all of that precipitation that we saw over the course of the winter and now that snow runoff. So right now, I've got the Onyx Move Vent Life Vest in front of me. This vest has some great features to it, one of which being soft, lightweight foam flotation. Now, if you are looking for this in your kayaks or in your canoes and you want that nice mesh back, well, then it has that feature, making it more comfortable for you to sit anywhere where there's a high back and you need to be nice and safe out there. Now, as you're making your way out into the water, there is a built-in whistle so that if you need to be heard, you can make yourself heard with this lovely whistle. There's also some nice reflection pieces, making it easy for you to be seen as you're out there, and especially if you're doing it first thing in the morning or later into the afternoon when you're out there on the rivers or on the lakes. So make sure that you stop by Sun and Ski Sports and you check out all of their great inventory for these nice pieces that are going to keep you safe out there on the waters. Now, you can always go to their website at sunandski.com for some more information or for some more fabulous products that'll keep you safe out there on the water.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Snooki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
Good Morning Vail.
One of my favorite human beings in this valley is from Nap Ranch. Yes, the amazing Carrie Hogan. I've been had the chance to catch up with her just recently. Let's check it out.
Pesticides, whether it be Roundup or there are other options that aren't quite as bad, and even some more natural options that you guys might offer.
Yes, I will say to everybody out there, do not use pesticides and insecticides. It is literally poison. And if you don't know the history of how they started to be used in the 70s, is because they had leftover bomb material and Agent Orange from the wars, and they didn't know what to do with it. So they're like, oh, let's spray it on our food. Now, we've got veterans. We just had Veterans Day. We honor them very highly. There's a lot of them that are damaged from Agent Orange and are dealing with this years and years and years later. So I ask you, why in the world would you buy food that they literally spray poison on? It's been proven that it causes cancer, and I don't know what else to say. It really is amazing to me that our United States government will let the FDA, whatever their mistakes are, that's one of the biggest ones we have. It's awful for our earth, and we will go away because it's absolutely murdering the pollinators. So without the pollinators, we don't have any food.
I mean, and they do say that you can just rinse your vegetables to rinse that off, but how does it stay in the rain if it can rinse off in the wash?
You're so right, Ben. And also, you know, one little bee hits that poison flower, goes back to the hive, and if the guards don't catch it, which if there's a lot of bees coming in from that same source of poisoned flowers, it causes colony collapse. Within 24 hours, that whole hive is dead of 20,000 to 40,000 bees. I just don't understand, especially when you know it hurts your pets and your children. Why in the world? And there are, as you mentioned, a lot of alternatives out there. A lot of natural alternatives. So, you know, ask us about that. First of all, soil health. It makes a big difference between dirt and soil. Dirt is just inert, nothing alive. Soil, you pick it up, there's all these, you know, minerals and vitamins, and you'll see lots of life in there, root systems, all of that, really, really important. So what I really recommend is compost tea. Our local it's called Ground Up, which I have a hard time, Ground Up, but it's compost tea that is amazing. I used it all last year in my garden and was amazed at this spring when I went to dig up the worms, and the health of my soil never looked better. And so it's much better to feed your soil. That gets rid of, you know, the beneficial bugs. Do not forget that you need bugs. Peonies will not open unless there's ants around them. So don't spray for the ants on your peonies or you're going to kill. Anyway, you just need to be a lot more informed before you go out attacking nature. And in a beautiful environment like this, it's our responsibility. You came to the mountains, respect it, please. Do not leave your trash around. Do not, you know, use poison because that's what you think makes your lawn look good. Think about where you live and respect us.
Well, and with that soil health issue, like, it's one of the things with weeds. Weeds are super hardy and super popular. They spread rapidly, and with bad soil, you have plenty of room for the weeds to grow, where if you treat the soil well and you maintain the plants that you want, you can use those positive plants or the ones that you would rather have in the yard. You can use those to crowd out the weeds without necessarily needing the same amount of pesticides
and that brings up a great
anything
point,
like that.
because weeds are only what you don't want growing in a specific spot. That doesn't make them nasty and bad. So in a natural environment, if you there's a movement called ARC, which is Acts of Restorative Kindness, and it started around the world, and it is to let some places in your yard be wild. Let those weeds come back. What happens the first couple of years, those weeds that come back are helping to build that soil, actually. They're telling you what your soil needs. So you let that go, and all of a sudden the tall grasses, you've got beneficial bugs, birds, animals, just by letting it go. And again, you can see beautiful wildflowers in that. It doesn't make it ugly. You know, a manicured, beautiful green lawn, in my opinion, is devoid of life. Is really, what is that? A status symbol, basically. So we need to really rethink, like you were saying, we really need to rethink how we are interacting with our environment, and particularly up here when it's so obvious just. We need to protect these areas. They are going away. And without our attention, our help, it's dire.
Yeah. Well, and I participated in No Mow May myself, and it was so great to see the grass in the lawn, when in some of those grasses turned out to be bluebells, a couple of them turned to be lupines. So like there was a period of a couple of weeks where my lawn was yellow and blue and purple.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's been great. I mean, it's just wonderful to watch all of the flowering plants and everything. And speaking of, all of the flowers provide us with a lot of benefits too when they're done, through our fruits and vegetables, and even through supporting various mushroom growth and stuff. And I know that's something that you guys have a lot of at Knapp Harvest, because I go there like once a week
I know
to
you're
buy
a mushroom
mushrooms.
head. I am too, Ben. I totally am. And it is so fascinating to me the more I'm learning about mushrooms. If you haven't seen fantastic fungi, please do. It's just amazing, and it does give you hope for the planet. And at Knapp Ranch, we grow mushrooms at 9,000 feet, and it is just beautiful to go into the blooming room, and the pink oysters and the yellow oysters. I know, aren't they delicious? And then the lion's mane, strange looking but delicious, can be a substitute for crab cakes and things like that. And the benefits of mushrooms go on and on and on. I probably won't remember them all, but for sure lion's mane is big on brain health, very big on brain health, and there's not a day goes by that you don't see a social post about that. But it also helps with inflammation, your cardiovascular. It helps with circulation, people with anxiety. It just goes on and on. It's a medicine.
One of the reasons why I'm so enamored with mushrooms as a food is I've got a whole lot of chronic pain from growing up as I started working as a landscaper when I was 10 years old and did that for 15 years. And then I also taught skiing for a long time. So I've got a lot of joint pain, and having a little bit of lion's mane mushroom with my coffee in the morning makes a huge difference on that chronic pain throughout the day. I mean, that fish oil tablet, and that's really sets me up to a position where I don't have to do like a daily aspirin or ibuprofen or something to kind of help me keep that joint fluidity. I mean, obviously stretching helps too.
Stretching, of course, all of those things combined.
A good diet makes such a big difference, especially for that inflammation, and that's something that you guys have over at Knapp Harvest.
Absolutely, and you hit on a point that most of us that lived in this valley that have skied and gardened and everything else, of course our backs hurt. So of course we've got inflammation. But again, with mushrooms and also honey and the pollen. So I'm with you. I'll do mushroom in the lion's mane in my smoothie, but I also take a teaspoon of honey and a teaspoon of pollen first thing in the morning, and I feel like that kind of loosens up things as well. So I do a combination, of the lion's mane and the honey products and whatever I can to avoid any kind of harsh drug. I'm on vitamins, period, end. That's it.
One of my favorite things that you guys have over at Knapp Harvest is the sriracha honey.
Ooh, isn't that awesome?
It's so great. It's great for sauces. It's great for all sorts of things. But we're fortunately going to have to let you go. That's all the time we have.
Well, we could talk forever, couldn't we, Ben?
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And maybe we'll do this again.
I hope so.
I do too.
Carrie, thank you so much for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for stopping by to take a listen. And I hope you will check out Knapp Harvest over in Eagle, down by Colorado Coffee in Eagle Ranch. Thank you so much. And we'll be right back after a short break.
Good Morning Vail.
Join us on the Leadville Railroad. This fun-filled train ride takes you and your family on an unforgettable trip through the heart of the Rockies for a half-day trip of adventure, relaxation, and sightseeing. Enjoy the spectacular Colorado scenery. Even meet the engineer. Book your adventure on the Leadville Railroad today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Bienvenidos a lo mejor de la semana. Yo soy Julio García y te estaré compartiendo los mejores eventos y actividades para disfrutar en familia todas las semanas. Tenemos una semana llena de mucha música, pero sobre todo mucha diversión. Y todo comienza este lunes 19 de junio con una clase de Zumba en la Biblioteca Pública de Vail de 5:30 a 6:30 de la tarde, donde podrás ejercitar tu cuerpo al ritmo de música latina. Este martes arranca la serie de conciertos gratuitos Hot Summer Nights con Lowdown Brass Band en el anfiteatro de Gerald Ford en Vail. Las puertas abren a las 5:30 y el concierto empieza a las 6:30, así que no llegues tarde. Y hablando de conciertos gratuitos, Avon Live continúa esta semana con Bonorama y Funky Fino en el Parque Nottingham de Avon, donde podrás disfrutar no solo de música en vivo, pero de mucha comida deliciosa a partir de las 5:30 de la tarde hasta las 9 de la noche. Este jueves disfruta de Music and a Movie en el Eagle Town Park con música en vivo a partir de las 6 de la tarde y a las 7 la película The Mighty Ducks. Este viernes 23 y sábado 24 arrancan los Eagle Flight Days en el pueblo de Eagle. Todo comienza el viernes de 4 a 10 de la tarde y continúa el sábado de 8 de la mañana hasta las 8 de la noche con música, actividades, comida, juegos y diversión para toda la familia. Si lo que buscas es un domingo familiar, pues no te querrás perder del Vail Farmers Market y Art Show de 9:30 de la mañana a 1:30 de la tarde en Vail Village con productos locales, arte, artesanías, comida, música y nuevamente muchísima diversión. Yo soy Julio García y esto fue Lo Mejor de la Semana.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans. Now we've got a really cool new concept taking place here in the town of Avon, Eaglevale, and Vail. And it's a great way to use as an alternative. Instead of driving your car, you can shift your ride to one of these incredible electric bikes behind me. Now this is a really cool rental system and you can control it all right from the power of your hands, right from your cell phone by downloading the Shift Bike app. And then from there, you can get over there and enjoy the incredible amenities that these bikes have to offer. We're going to walk you through it, but in order to do it, you have to download the app. So Shift Bike is the app, and then you can use the coupon code Shift Your Ride for the first 30 minutes free. And we're going to walk you through the pricing and everything here and how you can get one of the bikes. Let's get started. Once you get into the app, you can see exactly which location you would like to pick up the bike, how many bikes are available, and then where you can deliver the bike to. So you can see starting in Avon, making your way through Eaglevale, all the way to Vail Village, and then even down into East Vail. You can collect bikes, drop bikes off, and enjoy your ride on these nice electric bikes. Once you've scanned the QR code to get the bike unlocked, it's really important that you have safety first, so always make sure that you have your helmet with you. That way you can pop that on and you're nice and safe. Now, once you get the bike unlocked, it's super easy. You'll just take that lock right off the back. You'll see that you'll have this big, nice coiled cord, but there's a hook on the back for you to hook that to so that it is nice and out of your way while you are riding the bike. That way you're nice and safe and everyone around you is nice and safe so you don't tip over on the bike. And then once you've got that all secured, you're all set to go. You can just kick that kickstand up and start enjoying your ride. Now remember that these are pedal assist and there are some rules. To get the bike back to where you got it or to get it to your next destination, you can always use the app to see all of the great places where you can drop these off. Once you are done on your adventure on the Shift bikes, they're a ton of fun and you can see that you can get going pretty fast on them, especially with that nice little pedal assist. You'll take the bike back, lock it back up in one of the great charging stations that they have available, and then once you're done locking it up, make sure that you take your app out and you end the ride, because it is going to make sure that that bike is in the correct spot for you to have ended your ride, and that way it will not continue to charge you. That has been this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We can't wait to bring you more great information, but make sure that you get out there and you use the Shift bike to shift your ride throughout the community.
This show spotlights the latest innovations to create a greener planet. Join us next time as we explore new green ideas and present interesting green stories, and show you how some people are becoming real green.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Gretchen Pleshaw. I am so excited about this second hour, the 8 o'clock hour, Good Morning Vail. We have the amazing and very talented, so good at cooking, Tracy showing us how to make salmon sandwiches. Sounds amazing and lighter for this summer season, hopefully the warmer temperatures, as well as Samantha from All the Good Stuff. Such a cool store right down the street from me. You need to check it out. So keep it right here for more Good Morning Vail.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 7 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these 2 luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Good Morning Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I always love learning from Tracy. She is brilliant at cooking. I need a lot of help in the kitchen. So let's learn how to make the incredible Sammy sandwich. Yes, a salmon sandwich from Tracy.
We've got a great menu today. Actually, this is going to be kind of a summertime menu. We are going to make a salmon sandwich with avocado and a potato salad. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is start cooking the salmon because we're going to cook it. You can serve the salmon sandwich warm if you want to, or you can package it up and serve it at room temperature or cool as well. So what we're going to do now is just start with cooking the salmon. I have a raw piece of salmon right here, and it's kind of a thick one too, so it's going to take a little while to cook. I'm going to put it in a frying pan. I've got the heat over a medium heat. I'm going to crank that up a little bit because if you remember some of the past classes, when we're putting something cold into our warm frying pan, it takes the temperature down. So you want to crank it up when you're first putting things in there. I'm going to use a little olive oil. You use whatever oil you like the best. We'll put that on the bottom, and then we are going to generously coat our salmon with salt and pepper. So that means you're really going to get every part of the salmon. This salmon has skin. Most of it does. So I'll show you how to remove that skin in an easy way as we cook it. We are going to put it meat side down in the pan. I'm going to just make sure that pan is kind of hot because, of course, we want that pan to be warm and get that sizzle whenever we put the meat in there. So here we go. Ooh, a little bit of a sizzle. I can crank it up just a tiny bit. So we're going to do skin side up. We will flip the salmon, and then once it cooks, the skin will easily peel right off. A lot of people like the skin, but it's a little more high in fat. You can crisp it up if you want to add it to the sandwich. I'm not going to teach you how to do that because this is a healthy cooking class, and the skin of things, animals, aren't always that healthy. So we have generously doused it with salt and pepper. We've got it in our pan, skin side up. It's maybe about an inch thick, so it is going to take a little bit of time to cook. I can hear it sizzling right now. I'm going to want to get a nice sear on the outside, and then I'm going to flip it over, and we will continue to cook it until it's done. Meanwhile, let's make some potato salad. So you got the little baby potatoes in your package today. I have already boiled those. So when you're boiling potatoes, you put them in water, not ice cold water, but you don't drop them into boiling water. Whenever you're boiling potatoes, you start the potatoes in not cold, but not warm water. So just kind of room temperature water. You put the potatoes in there, and then it all comes to a boil on its own. So it really it's a gradual process. It takes about 15 minutes to boil those potatoes. I have boiled them, I've strained the water out of them, and I put them in a bowl in the refrigerator so they can cool down for our potato salad. So let me just grab those. They should be nice and cool, which will be nice for us when we're cutting them because hot potatoes are so hard to cut. The avocado and the tomato are for our salmon sandwich, so I'm just going to move those right down there. We have these nice potatoes. It doesn't matter if you have red or white or yellow potatoes. The potato salad it'll work with anything. You know, if you want to make mashed potatoes or something like that, you want more of a russet potato. But with a potato salad, you can really use these or those little golden Yukon potatoes. Those are really nice. I like to cut my potatoes in little coin sizes for my potato salad. So we're just going to kind of easily cut them. Try to make sure that you're not cutting away the skin. The skin is where you get a lot of nutrients in most of your veggies. So we don't want to peel them. We just want to make sure they cut nicely with the potato piece so that you get a nice bite when you're enjoying your potato salad. Those already look beautiful. A nice sharp knife, cut them pretty evenly. Here we go. Keep on cutting them. This is a job you could give to one of your kids. But again, this could be a dangerous job, folks, because the potato is rolly, and we've talked about that many times. This one you can hold, and when you're cutting, you like to hold your fingers kind of tucked in like that so that you can hold on to whatever you're cutting, but you're not going to cut like your tip of your fingernail off or something. So a good trick whenever you're cutting anything is just to curve your fingers in just a little bit like that. If you see any pieces that you don't like, just discard them. You don't want them in your salad. Quality control is really important. Alrighty. These are looking good. I can hear the salmon starting to sear up a little bit. You can always cook the salmon in the oven as well. Whenever you're cooking fish in the oven, you want to cook it at a high temperature, like 400 degrees, and then cook it for about 15 minutes or so, check it, and then pull it out because it's going to continue cooking after you pull it out. Everything continues to cook after you take it off the heat. A piece of salmon that doesn't have a bone in it or anything, it's only going to continue to cook for a couple of minutes. But you know, if you pull off like a pork chop from the grill that has a bone in it, that's going to continue to cook for 5-7 minutes or so. And if you had a big like filet mignon, tenderloin or something like that, that does cook for another, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. So remember that if you want to get your temperature perfectly right. Okay, this looks like it's time to flip over the salmon. How do we know? Because we can wiggle it around and it's not sticking to anything. So when it doesn't stick, that means it's time to flip over. Ooh, and that looks good. We have a nice sear on the salmon, but I do want you to see this side right there. You see how raw that is right there? That means that's a big fat piece and it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the temperature down to low, and we're just going to kind of chill with that cooking because we don't want to overcook the salmon, but we certainly don't want it too undercooked either. So we seared up one side. Now it's skin side down and it's on a lower temperature. So we're going to just let that cook slowly. And we'll go back to our potato salad. Now we have all of our potatoes cut nicely. And what we're going to do is make a dressing for the potato salad. I'm doing a creamy dressing for the salad. So again, we're going to use a mayonnaise and a sour cream split. And remember why we did that? It's just really nice to add those two flavors together, and it kind of helps so that the mayonnaise isn't too mayonnaise-y, if that's a technical term in the kitchen. So we're going to do equal parts of mayonnaise and sour cream. And we don't want too much. We don't want this to be an overly creamy dish, but we do want to give it a little bit of body. So we're going to put that right in there. I'm going to toss, and of course, like sour cream and potatoes, I mean, really, that's such a great combination. So we're just going to toss our potatoes in there now with a little bit of dressing. So if you like it more creamy and you want a little more dressing, by all means, you're the chef here. We are going to generously put some salt and pepper, and this has some celery seed in it, so some salt and pepper and celery seed onto our potatoes, and then we're just going to stir them around. So again, it's a creamy sauce, but we're not going to overdo it too much. You could really stop here if you've got like plain Jane eaters around, or you could add some more goodies. And that's what we're going to do right now. I feel like we need something fun in this salad, so I've decided to bring in some pepperoncinis and some mustard. Mustard is always really nice in these kind of salads with the mayonnaise mixture. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a bite. So we'll add a little bit of mustard. I can smell the mustard. I can smell the heat from it. So we're looking at having just a little bit of spice here in our salad. So we're going to take a couple pepperoncinis. I'm going to do 3 of them, 3 big ones, because they're all different sizes. And we're just going to slice those, again, in little rings. I want to get a little bit of a bite to them, so I'm going to keep them intact in those rings. And that's kind of like what we did when we cut up the potatoes. So once again, going back to when you're making something or when you're cooking something, you kind of want things the same size. Just like in the salads, when we cut up the cucumbers and the carrots and things like that, we want them all just about the same size. Let's make sure we separate these. And this has a nice vinegary taste as well, so that's going to add a good flavor. If you don't like a peppercini, just adding a little bit of white wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar to this will kind of give you that acidic taste that you need. All right, so we've got it all stirred up. Really easy, simple. When your ingredients are this fresh, you know, when it's summertime and everything tastes so good, you really don't need to mix a lot of things in it. When I was first creating recipes, I would notice every time I was really messing up on a recipe, I'd be like, oh, add another thing to it, add another thing to it. And all of a sudden there were like 18 things in my dish and you couldn't really identify any nice flavors. And that's just because I was just trying to, like, you know, put a Band-Aid on something that didn't really need it. So if you have fresh, good ingredients, just go and highlight those ingredients. These potatoes are fresh. It's the season for them. The pepperoncinis are going to give it a little bit of a bite and a lot of acidic flavor, and that's going to be really, really nice. So we're going to pop this back into the refrigerator so it gets nice and cold. We're going to take a quick break and let our salmon finish cooking. It's starting to get nice and cooked up. I think it needs about 5 more minutes because you see, we don't want to overcook it. I don't want it all the way browned, but I do want that pink to be just a little bit less, kind of just a stripe down the middle. So we'll give that salmon 5 more minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll cool off the potato salad. We'll learn about why this is so healthy.
Good Morning Vail.
Hello everyone, now is the time to refresh your floors. I'm Mandy Benedict. I'd love to invite you into our showroom to explore our 12,000 square foot showroom where you can view all different floors installed, see what it looks like in a larger space. One of our greatest growing products is waterproof wood flooring, which for our environment with kids and dogs and ski boot and our mountain lifestyle, this is a great flooring option. I brought one of the planks with me today. They're nice, long, wide planks. They're embossed on grain, so they look beautiful, but they perform really well in our mountain lifestyle. We have all employee installers. They've been working for over a decade with us, and we have a lifetime installation warranty. So not only do we make sure that the client gets what they want, we know what this climate needs. We have beautiful reclaimed floors, herringbone, really anything that you're looking for to update your home or your business. We have it at Rugs Benedict. We provide free estimates. So come in and visit us in the store. We'd love to see you.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. If you haven't heard, there's a new incredible store in the Valley in Edwards. It's called All the Good Stuff, and our Liz got a chance to talk to Samantha there at All the Good Stuff. Check it out.
Welcome to Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Liz. I have somebody really special on the sofa with me. It's Samantha Miller from All the Good Stuff. Good morning, Samantha.
Good morning, Liz.
I'm really happy to have you here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. Well, I want to say to everybody is that I met Samantha 6 years ago. She was just starting off doing farmers markets and very small amount of products. I got to talk to you on the radio. You were just getting ready to get started.
Yeah.
And you were so nervous. And now look at you. 6 years later, you are at the Minturn Market. You're at the Vail Farmers Market, right?
Actually, I'm at the Minturn Market,
Okay.
and then we actually just opened a brick and mortar store in Edwards.
I
so-
heard.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. Imagine working really hard outside, really doing your best, and then you get the chance to open a brick and mortar. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so
You are
much.
now an entrepreneur.
And it feels good.
Well,
it
it
feels
should.
very exciting, you know, through opening the business,
Mhm.
the brick and mortar store, we've been able to expand and partner with so many more local vendors. When we started 6 years ago, we had maybe 10 or 15 vendors, and now we have over 60. So it has just been amazing to be able to support all of these amazing local businesses from around Colorado.
That's incredible. And that's the thing I like the most that you do is everything is localized. It is coming from Colorado locally, whether it's honey or jam or my favorite, pickles.
Oh, and I brought you some pickles today because I know how much you love them.
Excited. I love your pickles. But everything here, I'm looking at your table and I can already tell it expanded because when you came and saw me 6 years ago, you had like 4 products.
Yeah.
So this is incredible. Tell us a little bit about what the purpose of All the Good Stuff is, because I know it originally was for people that couldn't get out to the markets.
Mhm.
You were doing something really special for people that couldn't leave their home. You would gather their groceries and things like that and bring them to their house. Do you still do that?
Yeah, so we still do that. All the Good Stuff started as a way to help people support local businesses and shop from the farmers market without having to go to the farmers market. Because let's face it, there's so many fun things to do in Colorado, especially in the summer, whether you're out hiking, biking, whatever it may be. There's a lot of reasons people can't make it to the farmers market, and I saw a huge disconnect between the people who want to eat local, eat fresh, know where their food is coming from, support those local vendors at the farmers market, but can't always make it.
Right.
So we decided to do something about it, and I decided to build a website, which I knew zero about. But we made it happen. We put all of these vendors online and made it possible for people to shop from all these local vendors in one convenient spot and get everything delivered.
Well, I can't say anything more than I am so excited because number one, you're located, I can walk to you from where I live.
Mm-hmm.
You're located in Edwards, and if you were to say by the roundabout, pretty much catty corner to the gas house. Is that a good way to put it?
So actually our front door looks at the backside of the gas house.
Okay.
We're above and behind Fiestas. So it's in that same Edwards Plaza as Fiestas, Marco's,
Right.
Ed's. Everyone's familiar with that, but we're on the backside. So it is a little bit tricky, but once you've been there once, it's not a problem to find.
I've found it already, and it's a really lovely store. I like what you've done with it. You've just got everything organized so perfectly.
Thank you.
And I know that your goal is to feed us happy, healthy ingredients. You know, anybody can go get a can of Pringles, but you can't get a can of Good Crisps.
And
so
let me tell you-
me about these.
So these are one of my new favorite products. They're made in Boulder, and they taste so similar to Pringles.
Mhm.
Honestly, exactly the same. But it's local and better ingredients. They don't use any of the main allergen. You know, they're gluten-free, dairy-free, and they're just phenomenal.
Well, they look like they taste like a Pringle, and I like to make a duck face out of them. Can you make a duck face out of these? That's my favorite part about them. Now, I'm looking, you pretty much have something for every time of day. Explain the pasta to me. I see spinach, and I see all kind. Oh my goodness, you have porcini mushroom
They
pasta?
are all delicious. Actually, last night for dinner, I had the lemon garlic, and it's got that really nice hint of lemon. It goes great in a chicken piccata, which if you're looking for a recipe, I just put one up on the blog. Yeah, but we've got pastas that are locally made. We've got jams. We've got lots of pickled products. Yeah, everything you see here is made in Colorado, and there's so much that I couldn't fit on this table today. So you'll have to come into the store to check it all out.
Yeah, now I was going to say next time we'll just go to the store because there are so many things. Now, I was saying that I don't normally have allergies, but my nose has been running all day. And Danielle said, maybe you have a new allergy. I said, well, I wouldn't know what to do. And then you mentioned something that could actually help an allergy.
Absolutely. So local honey is great if you have allergies because it helps you build an immunity to those local pollens that are floating in the air. So we've got a Vail, an Edwards, and a Minturn specifically to this area. So it's an Eagle County honey. And what's really cool is they actually infuse the honey with local pollen. So it's really helping you build your immune system to what you're allergic to.
Right, because you're supposed to give yourself what you're allergic to so you become
Right, it's kind of the same
immune
idea
to it.
as a flu shot.
Right, yeah, because nobody wants those anymore.
And
it's
we've got-
actually called Vail Allergy. This is amazing. I know so many people with allergies. You might want to come and get this for sure. Now, okay, I love pickles, but you have everything pickled. I'm not sure about this
That
one.
is my favorite product.
Corn relish.
You have to try it. So that I love to do on tacos, on enchiladas. If we're grilling and do brats, it goes great, you know, as a relish on brats. But honestly, I just dig in with a tortilla chip. So good.
I think I would too. So Tracy from Cooking with Tracy, you might want to try those because they're really good. You have all kinds of pickled things. We also have pickled Brussels sprouts. Now, I've had pickled tomatoes, pickled pickles, all kinds of pickled stuff, but I have not had pickled Brussels sprouts.
The
Look at that,
Brussels
you guys.
sprouts are one of my favorites. They've got a really nice crunch. Lorena, Mountain Girl Pickles from Netherlands, she's amazing, and she's a third-generation pickler, so she definitely knows what she's doing.
I'm going to be a pickler. I know it's hard. It's not as easy as you think. Now, what we have for breakfast, I see you have some kind of really delicious, is this oatmeal?
So those are lentils.
Lentils.
Very similar to oatmeal. Super clean, healthy ingredients. You just add water and it's ready in 2 minutes. So if you're looking for something healthy in a pinch, that's great.
Well, this is great, and you have all kinds of different flavors. We have cinnamon apple, lentils, and Mexican green chili. That might go with the corn.
Yeah, definitely.
There are so many great things. And now, sometimes you think you can't have soda anymore because soda is probably one of the biggest reasons why we are maybe not as healthy as we would like to be. So you have a special kind of soda, and I'm going to say Rosa de Chihuahua.
I think you said it better than I could. So Frescos Naturales, Juan, who you might know from the Minturn Farmers Market years ago, he started a business called Green Belly, and they were actually our very first partners when I started all the good stuff. We were neighbors at the Minturn Market, so we go way back. And this is actually his second business. It's called Frescos Naturales. He's out of Boulder. He actually just went on Shark Tank a few months ago, and he got a deal, and I am so proud of him. It was amazing. Yeah.
So what separates this from your typical soda?
So this is a Guatemalan soda. It's a carbonated fruit drink. So it's very simple ingredients, basically water, a little bit of sugar, and fruit. They're very bright, vibrant, bubbly. Like they are just so delicious to drink on their own or to mix into a cocktail or mocktail. Which, speaking of cocktails and mocktails, in the front we've got some sugar cubes, and those are really fun because you muddle them into your drink, whether it's a cocktail or a mocktail, and it gives your drink kind of this shimmery, glittery effect.
Oh my
And
gosh.
it's just so fun.
That sounds exciting.
And these, Liz, I have to tell you about them because they're one of my new favorite things. It's Flour Co. crackers. I don't know if you guys can see the picture on the box, but the crackers are actually brighter and more vibrant. They've got dehydrated flour petals, and they are delicious.
What?
It's just the perfect addition to your charcuterie board if you want to spruce things up a little bit.
Well, this sounds like all guilt-free yumminess, and I'm really excited. So what we don't see on the table, I know you have a lot of oils and things to cook with and everything like that. Tell everybody where to find you and how great. You can basically make a full meal for the entire family and snacks and everything else.
And soon we're going to have all the farm fresh produce from Austin Family Farms.
Oh my
starting
gosh.
in July. July
Wow.
1st is going to be the first Minturn market of the season, and we cannot wait. But we'll have fresh produce in the store. We also have eggs. We've got a whole selection of ethically raised meat, chicken, pork, beef, you name it, we got it. But yeah, you got to stop into the store to see all of this amazing stuff. We'll have produce starting in July, and you can find us at the Minturn Farmers Market on Saturdays and in the store. Tuesday through Saturday right now, and then we'll be expanding our hours in July.
Well, I can only tell you, I am ridiculously proud of you. Watching you grow from a small little business and you just expanded and you really want to take care of our health here in the community. And that's what I love about this. You really have all the greatest ingredients, something for everybody. And you know what? Snacking doesn't have to feel guilty anymore because I'm about to pop open these Pringles.
Please do.
They're not Pringles, they're good crisps. So make your way on over to all the good stuff. Support all the great healthy things and all of our local people. This comes from everybody, locally grown, locally sourced, and that's the greatest part about it. So get yourselves on over to all the good stuff in Edwards, and maybe we'll see you over at the Minturn Market tomorrow. It's the big opening, and I can't wait. Thanks for being here with me,
Thank you so
Samantha.
much.
Very cool. I love it. Samantha from All the Good Stuff, everybody. This is TV8 Vail.
Good Morning Vail.
It's that time where we're talking Sun and Ski Sports Product of the Week. Now, if you're making your way out to do any water activities, it's important that you have the right protection with you, and especially since our water levels are so high from all of that precipitation that we saw over the course of the winter and now that snow runoff. So right now, I've got the Onyx Move Vent Life Vest in front of me. This vest has some great features to it, one of which being soft, lightweight foam flotation. Now, if you are looking for this in your kayaks or in your canoes and you want that nice mesh back, well then it has that feature, making it more comfortable for you to sit anywhere where there's a high back and you need to be nice and safe out there. Now, as you're making your way out into the water, there is a built-in whistle so that if you need to be heard, you can make yourself heard with this lovely whistle. There's also some nice reflection pieces making it easy for you to be seen as you're out there, and especially if you're doing it first thing in the morning or later into the afternoon when you're out there on the rivers or on the lakes. So make sure that you stop by Sun and Ski Sports and you check out all of their great inventory for these nice pieces that are going to keep you safe out there on the waters. Now, you can always go to their website at sunandski.com for some more information or for some more fabulous products that'll keep you safe out there on the water.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Eyepieces of Vail has been a fixture in the Vail community for over 30 years. From designer frames and sunglasses to high-performance sports frames, prescription goggles, and in-demand accessories like helmets, goggle lenses, and foldable reading glasses, our inventory raises the optical bar. Visit one of our 7 locations today and see why generations of loyal customers return time after time for our unmatched service and inventory. Eyepieces, the art of vision.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day off than with the Good Morning Vail crew. You asked for more and TV8 delivered. Good Morning Vail is here for you with your local news, sports, weather, and community events every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. No matter the season, we give you a reason to watch, so grab your coffee and join the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. And remember, there's more for you on 92.
Good Morning Vail.
This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters. This weather report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
We're here in Vail Village, and there's been some rain and there's been some sunshine, but that did not stop record numbers of people for showing up for the Vail Craft Beer Classic, which was a huge success.
When in Vail, drink beer.
There's something about Colorado and beer that just go together. Some say it's the natural resources here.
We have incredible water here.
Some say it's the lifestyle.
Goes with the mountains, goes with hiking, goes with skiing.
But when it comes to what makes the Colorado beer scene special, many say it's the willingness to be different.
Coloradans are definitely more creative.
And creativity was seen everywhere at the 7th annual Vail Craft Beer Classic. From beer names,
no, I will not make out with you,
to beer games, Coloradans do things their own way. Hundreds of people poured into Vail Village to enjoy the refreshments,
oysters and beer, best combination on the face of the earth,
the music, and also plenty of non-beer related booze. And attendees said the festival keeps getting better every year.
This one in particular is pretty cool because it's not just all of us that are like in a little gated area. It's kind of open and mixed with people that aren't even at the beer festival.
The crowd got to vote on their favorites. The winner for Best Brewery was Something Brewery. David Allegreza, one of the co-founders, says the secret to their success is injecting their beers with their secret ingredient.
Fun. We want to sell fun. At the end of the day, I want to sell fun.
And the other crowd favorite was Coda Brewery.
I'm so happy.
Kara Kennedy, who works for Coda, says the secret to their success is their head brewer.
Luke, he was a scientist before he was a brewer. So all of his brewing has to do with his scientific mind, and he is just very good at balancing flavors.
Kristen Slater, who's on the event planning team, says she's really happy with the turnout.
It's been awesome. We really lucked out on the weather. The breweries are having so much fun. It's just a really fun vibe.
If you have FOMO because you couldn't make it this year, don't worry.
Next year's going to be amazing. It's going to be bigger, better.
And if you don't want to wait till next Father's Day weekend, there's plenty of local breweries you can visit in Vail and beyond.